Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I finally got to jump into the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 open beta, and I've got to say I'm really excited to share my first impressions with you guys. For anyone who hasn't had the chance to try it yet, this video is for you. I'll be going over my early thoughts from the menu design and soundtrack all the way to my first few matches and gameplay feel. So let's get right into it. The first thing that hit me when I loaded up the game was the overall presentation. The menu layout feels familiar, very much in line with what we've seen in recent Call of Duty titles, but what really stood out to me was the soundtrack. It instantly grabbed my attention. There is the mix of a female vocal with the futuristic, almost cinematic tones, and it just sets the mood perfectly. It gives off that epic high-stakes vibe before you even start the match. Honestly, I spent a good minute just sitting there listening to it. It's one of those details that immediately tells you, okay, Treyarch really put effort into the atmosphere this time. Jumping into my first match, the combat felt fast, really fast, and super dynamic. Right away, I noticed how much the movement mechanics matter in this game. You can't just stand still and trade shots like in some of the older titles. Sliding, wall jumping, and constantly repositioning are essential if you want to stay alive and outplay your opponents. The new wall jump system especially caught me off guard at first, but once you get the hang of it, it opens up a ton of creative plays. The first map I played on was called Cortex. It's not too big, but it's really well designed. Plenty of sidelines, vertical areas, and opportunities to use the new movement to your advantage. As you can see, I'm playing on PC with a controller, and one of the first things I did was dive into the controller settings. I've always used the dynamic aim response curve in previous Call of Duty games, so I switched back to that immediately because the default standard setting never really worked for me. Just to give you a quick rundown of the difference, the standard response curve starts slow and gradually speed up your aim input as you move the stick, while the dynamic curve starts faster and then slows down as you ease off. For me, dynamic just feels way more responsive, especially with fast-paced gameplay like this. My second match was on a map called Exposure. By now, I was getting used to the movement and pacing, and my gameplay really started to improve. The map itself has a great balance of open areas and tight corners, keeping the action fast and intense. I could feel everything coming together, smoother aim, quicker reactions, and way more confidence in every gunfight. I went on a really nice streak here, stacking kills and holding key positions across the map. But then, out of nowhere, I got absolutely deleted by something I didn't expect, a weapon called the Nemesis. This sniper literally shot me through the wall. At first, I thought it was a glitch, but it turns out it can penetrate multiple surfaces. Definitely caught me off guard, but also kind of impresses me. One of the reasons I think I performed better on this map was because my weapon had leveled up enough to unlock new attachments. I started tweaking my setup, adding attachments that reduced recoil and helped me stay more accurate during longer fights. You can really feel the difference once you start customizing your loadout. The recoil control felt smoother, my weapon stability improved, and I could stay locked onto targets way easier than before. It's a nice reminder that in Call of Duty, it's not just about raw aim, your setup and weapon progression really make a difference once you find what fits your playstyle. My next match was on a map called Imprint, and this one really stood out to me. It's set in a snowy environment with a beautiful, almost cinematic atmosphere, bright lighting, clean textures and cold tone that just make the action pop. It felt super refreshing compared to the more urban and industrial maps I played before. This was also the first match where I started really taking advantage of the new wall jump mechanic. Once you get the timing right, it feels incredibly smooth. It actually reminded me a bit of Apex Legends, that kind of fast vertical movement, but here it's easier to pull off and clearly designed to be part of the core gameplay. You can chain it with slides, quick jumps, or even dodge around corners, and it makes combat feel way more dynamic. One thing I loved about Imprint is how well it encourages that mobility. The layout gives you plenty of spots to wall jump, flank, or surprise opponents from different angles. It's the kind of map where movement really pays off. If you stay still, you're basically a free kill. And then there is the lift in the middle, easily the highlight of the map. It's a moving platform that travels back and forth throughout the match. Since this was a domination game, Point B was placed right on that lift, which made every fight for it intense and unpredictable. Sometimes you be capturing it peacefully, and the next second you're trading shots mid-air as the lift moves across the arena. It's chaotic in the best way possible. Overall, Imprint quickly became one of my favorite maps in the beta. It looks great, plays fast, and really shows how fun the new movement system can be once you start getting creative with it. And that pretty much sums up my experience with the Black Ops 7 beta. Honestly, I had a blast playing it, the movement feels super smooth, the maps are fun, and the whole game just has that classic Call of Duty energy, but with some fresh, modern touches. I've got to say, the new wall jump system is such a game changer. It makes the combat feel way more faster and creative, and it actually fits perfectly with the fast-paced style we all love. If the full release keeps the same level of polish and fun, I think Black Ops 7 could easily be one of the best entries we have in years. I'm seriously excited to see what they they add next. New maps, modes, weapons, all of it. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more gameplay and reviews, and tell me in the comments what you thought about the beta or what you're most hyped for in the full game. Thanks for watching, guys, and I see you in the next one.